Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your July 2016 general readings. I am using the Gilded Tarot deck, drawing 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week, with an additional card as your ninth card, as your crowning card, your overall general energy and feeling over the reading. These are general readings, so of course they're not going to apply or resonate the same for everyone who watches because there's so many of you who are coming from such different backgrounds and different things going on in your life. So make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well to get as whole and clear and definitive a picture ahead of the month as possible. You may find that some of your rising and your moon sign may resonate more for you in different areas of your life as well as I do. So just make sure to check those at the beginning of every month and mid-month. Thank you for continuing to watch and listen and subscribe and follow my channel. Please keep the feedback and the comments coming. I love reading them so much, and you guys are so great. Every day I get feedback and comments, and I particularly like the ones where you explain how the reading resonates so applicably in your life. I read all of the comments and feedback that you send, even though I, of course, don't have the time to respond to each of them personally. So please don't stop those. And thank you so much for those of you who continue to keep me so busy with personal readings. It's an honor and a pleasure. Thank you so much for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you, and for consistently updating me to see how predictively they resonate as your lives play forward. So thank you very much for those. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading, you can click on the About sign on my channel's homepage. That'll give you a little more detail and information about myself, the services I offer, and my contact information, which is Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. If any of you are interested, you can send me an email. I would be delighted to work with you. Personal readings are my favorite things to do, and we will go from there. Current turnaround time is between 1 and 4 or 5 days, but almost always within a week. I'm very good about getting back to you quite quickly and scheduling readings as soon as possible as I do this full time. So let's move right on into this. This reading is for Capricorn for July 2016. Capricorn, July 2016. Lovely earth sign of Capricorn. What does the month of July hold for you? Capricorn, July 2016. Okay. We begin with the Two of Swords, followed by the Six of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Cups, followed by the Two of Cups in reverse, the World, followed by the Devil in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Three of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, your crowning card representing overall energy and feelings is the Eight of Swords in reversed. Wow, Capricorn, it looks like you're overcoming quite a lot this month. Let's just take a look. Okay, let's begin. So Capricorn, we enter July 2016 with the Two of Swords, followed by the Six of Cups in reverse. Looks like beginning July 2016, although this looks like a mental and emotional process that's probably been going on for some time. It looks like a decision has to be made, or you're making a decision the beginning of this month, and it's a decision about moving on, which is pretty clear from the rest of the cards. The Two of Swords. Swords is governed by the element of air, so it's all about that airy world of thoughts, ideas, our words, our mental outlooks, beliefs, perspectives, belief systems. The Two of Swords, you can see these two swords crossed in front of this woman, representing a decision or a choice she needs to make. The blindfold over her eyes signifies feeling stuck in that energy, not knowing how to move forward, not knowing what to choose, or at least up until this time being unable or unwilling to deal with something in front of her that needs to be dealt with, needs to be acted upon. And the fact that it's come up in the reading, Capricorn, means that it is now time to to do this, to move on with this? And what are we making a decision about? What are we choosing? Well, that Two of Swords is accompanied by the Six of Cups in reverse. So, cups is governed by the element of water, and the suit of cups is about that watery, mercurial, fluid world of emotions, feelings, and it can also represent love and relationships as well. And the Six of Cups is a card about the past, basically. It's a card of reminiscence, of nostalgia, of looking back on our past, on our history, and perhaps looking back on a time where things felt a little lighter, more childlike, innocent, carefree, where we didn't have the worries and cares and burdens that we do today. It can also represent being a little too childlike or naive about something, not seeing something for what it really is. It can also represent travel as well, travel back to see your parents, back to the place you grew up, back to roots of origin. You got it in the reverse position, Capricorn, and I feel like in the month of July, starting out at the month of July, being at this crossroads energy, I feel like a lot of you have maybe felt stuck or have been sitting in energy from the past about something that happened in the past, something I think that was quite painful for a lot of you. For a lot of you, I'm getting actually it was love and relationships or a broken relationship of some kind. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, although it could be breakups between boyfriend and girlfriend or divorce. It could be a family member that you're estranged from, etc., a best friend. It's about overcoming these energies this month. It's time to take the blindfold off and move on from whatever pain or negativity from the past. And again, I feel like it was a broken relationship. I feel like somebody hurt you, and that you've been in that energy and kind of in that grieving process for some time. And it looks like the time has come to kind of let it go and go through the healing, let it go, and move on into what looks to be a beautiful and bright new path. And this theme is continued in the next set of cards. We have the Eight of Cups, accompanied by the Two of Cups in reverse. A lot of cups and sword, mental and emotional energy, and then these two major arcana as well. So the Eight of Cups is a card of leaving, of moving on. This is not a card about making whether or not to make a decision. It's a card about actually where to go from here on out. The decision has already been made. You can see this man is standing with his back to us, and behind him on the grass are these eight cups. Some of them are tipped over and spilled out, and some of them are upright and full. The implication being that he has tasted and drunk from most, if not all, of these cups, and he has found them wanting. Now, at the time, he may have thought they were something they turned out not to be, distracting, what he wanted. But at the end of the day, this represents turning your back on something which didn't turn out the way you wanted to. It was ultimately dissatisfying, disappointing, and you've made the decision to move on very definitively. His back is turned to us. He's dressed for travel. He has his hat on, his cloak on, his walking staff in his hand. He's surveying the horizon. The only thing that's left to be done is to decide which direction he's going in. So it does look like this energy for some of you, it's going to be you are making this decision, and it's just about where to go from here. For others of you, this is a strong indication and message from whatever your source of divinity is, that it is time to lay the past to rest, to say goodbye, and to move on away from the disappointment, which looks to be somebody who hurt you quite badly, broke your heart, even perhaps. That Eight of Cups is accompanied by the Two of Cups in reverse. So, in the upright position, this is a card that's universally referred to as the soulmate card, the twin flame card. It's about a coming together, a karmic connection between two people, more than just physical and chemical attraction. This represents a meeting of the mind, the heart, the soul, the spirit. And again, it doesn't have to be, it could be any kind of relationship. It doesn't have to be love and romance that was what hurt you and left you feeling so disappointed and you've made the decision to move away. It could be romance, the breaking of a relationship. It could be the estrangement of a family member, a best friend. It could, even in business and finance, represent leaving a job, being fired from a job, because in the upright position, it represents a really well matched, the union of two things, two entities or two people, two things coming together, and a really good match. In the reverse position, and connected with this Eight of Cups, it appears that this is what you're You've either made the decision to move away from, or you need to make the decision to move away from this situation or this person, which caused you so much pain and disappointment. And some of you, it looks like you believed or thought that this was the perfect person for you. This was your soulmate. This was the perfect job, etc. It didn't turn out to be what you thought it was, and you have made the decision to turn your back and to move away from that and into the future, which looks to be beautiful, which fills up the next half of July. So next to that, we have two major arcana cards. We have the World in the upright position and the Devil in the reverse position, which I'm glad to see in the reverse position. So the World in the upright position, this is a card of, at first glance, of being on top of the world, a card of success and achievement, but in a very deeply fulfilling sort of way. It's a card of empowerment as well, and inner empowerment, the kind that comes after the kind of triumph and empowerment that comes after a long struggle, a long journey, a long body of work and investment you put into something, overcoming something. My favorite analogy for the World card is that you've climbed a mountain. You're at the top, you've reached the pinnacle, and it's not to say that there's not other mountains to climb. This is life. There's always a mountain to climb if you choose. But for some reason, this mountain was of particular significance for you, or this healing process, whatever journey it is you've been through, Capricorn. It's been significant for you, and you're at the top and you're looking back over the path that you've walked, and you're looking back at all the places you had success, you had failure, you had triumph, you had defeat, the places you felt like giving up but you didn't, you kept on going. And you're at the top, and all of a sudden it hits you that you made it, that you made it through, that you achieved something, or in this case, I think, in terms of, having made the decision to let go of pain from the past, pain from someone hurting you, a relationship being broken. You've gotten through it. You've done your healing. You're moving on, or you're still in the healing process, but you've made that decision to move on into a new future. And it's a card about empowerment, about realizing what you're capable of, and starting to think about what more you might be capable of as you're moving into your future. It's kind of a card of taking back your own power, which I might add is echoed by your crowning card, which is the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is the same message. Now, that World card is accompanied by the Devil in reverse, which I like to see in the reverse. In the upright position, it represents significant and profound imbalance because it's major arcana card. It can represent addictions like traditional addictions like drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, etc. It can represent unhealthy relationships, too much power and control issues, too much obsessiveness, too much attention and focus in one area to the exclusion and detriment of others. However it plays out, it represents just serious imbalance. Well, it came accompanied with that World card in the reverse, which means an overcoming of that energy. Things which were out of balance, harmonizing again, coming back into balance, harmonizing. And I feel like it's more you yourself, Capricorn, healing, moving away from whatever this pain and I think serious disappointment was. For some of you, you may have been the one to leave a relationship because of addiction problems within the relationship, perhaps an abusive relationship, and it's about, again, taking back your own life, taking back your own control, having peace and wholeness and integration in your life again. For some of you, you could have been the ones that had, some kind of health issues or addiction issues that caused a lot of broken relationships, and you've, gotten yourself together, got the help that you needed, and it's about coming back together again, a balancing out of that which was seriously out of balance. However it plays out, it looks quite beautiful. Now, at or towards the end of July 2016, Capricorn, we have the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, tangible, visible new beginnings, paired with the Three of Cups, the celebration card. What a great and beautiful way to end July. The Ace of Pentacles. So Pentacles is governed by the element of earth. So it's all about things in our earthly, tangible, material, visible environment, things we can see and touch and feel. It's often about things like money, finances, resources, property, assets, etc. Aces represent the one, new beginning, new path. The Ace of Pentacles, because of its solidity, it could represent an initial gift, but it represents a new beginning, a new path, which is laying the foundation for something that could be built on something quite solid and quite stable playing out into the future. This can also be the card of moving as well, of moving to a new apartment, a new house, a new in your tangible environment something new. So some of you, part of this walking away is actually literally moving, and it represents a beautiful new beginning, which has a lot of potential for stability and growth in the long run. And it is a cause for celebration because it is accompanied by the Three of Cups. For some of you, this could represent, because it's a card that includes other people too, celebrating with other people. There's a strong social theme to this. You could be moving into a new house and having a housewarming party. You could be just getting over a divorce and having a party to celebrate that. You could be moving with your family. You'll have to let me know any one of a number of things, but this new path, this new beginning, which is tangible, it's visible, it's environmental, it's something you can see and touch and feel. It has tangible results. You're celebrating with other people. This is the card also of spending time enjoying yourself in the company of people whose company you enjoy, that you're able to be very authentic, very yourself with. It feels very good, very bright, very bubbly, very happy. What a what a wonderful, a happy way to end the month. And it looks like you've really put in a lot of hard work, um, healing, moving away from that which no longer served you, taking back your own. That's kind of a big theme. And it's echoed in your crowning card too, the Eight of Swords in the reverse, that mental cerebral energy of the suit of swords. In the upright position, this is a card which, as you can see, represents the energy is that of feeling like you're held hostage, feeling trapped, feeling like a victim, helpless, unable to control your own life, unable to make a decision for yourself. But it is an illusion. The gaps between these swords are wide enough for her to just walk through. She's on her knees, but nobody's holding her there. She could get up and stand up on her own 2 feet. These chains, which are wrapped around her wrists, nobody's holding on to them. They're not connected to anything. She could flip her wrist, they could fall off. She could stand up, remove her own blindfold, and walk out, which is exactly what you're doing. You're taking back control of your own life. You're becoming empowered this month, walking away from whatever it was that had you feeling trapped, because this crowning card came in the reverse. A lot of reversal cards this month, Capricorn, but positive reversals. It's overcoming something which was very painful, very hurtful, very disappointing for you, walking away from the past, no longer being stuck in the past, taking back your own life yourself, and moving on into what appears to be a beautiful, beautiful new future, and celebrating with other people as well. Again, some of you may be moving, and the celebration could be with friends, family, a loved one, etc. Very happy, Capricorn. It's a great reading, one of the kinds I love to see come out. So, Capricorn, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it has brought you some clarity and food for thought on the month to come, and some hope and happiness too. Congratulations for all the hard work it looks like you've done in moving away from whatever it was that you found so disappointing and so painful. So good for you. So, if any of you are interested in a personal reading, again, just click on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and you can always email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the July 2016 mid month readings. And until then, Capricorn, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. See you later. Bye.